we're going.
All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good night, and welcome back to another episode of Said That. I'm Erica,
And I'm Luke.
and we're vibing today. It's a good Sunday today. Luke's all full.
Yeah, I just got done eating a steak and I'm so full I can barely breathe, so bear with me.
I don't even know if I could record today.
Yeah, normally we record before I eat supper, but today I ate supper first and that might have been a mistake, so I'm going to try to get through this.
Yeah, now I haven't eaten yet, so now I'm like, okay, now I need to get this done so I can go eat.
So we'll hear Erica's grumbling stomach. That'll be the ASMR portion of the program
Yeah,
today.
just ignore it if you hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just Erica starving to death.
Yeah, exactly. And also, don't judge my hair because I just washed it and it's still wet.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but no, I wouldn't.
It's usually right after I wash it. It's so fluffy. I freaking hate it. Like, I just want to cut it. I feel like a dog who just got groomed.
And then you immediately regret it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, we have an interesting show today because we have a lot of interesting things happened to us this week, and also some other fun things going on, like a new Mortal Kombat movie. Lou's going to talk about the Apple event, and then we're going to talk about our top three favorite drama movies.
Yeah,
So
we're going
I
to keep
don't
it the
know.
movie theme.
Yeah, last week we covered our top three comedies, and so this week we figured we'd do drama, which is Luke's favorite, I think.
Yeah, drama is my favorite, I would say. It was kind of tough for me to narrow it down to three. I could have
Yeah,
probably went five at least or something like that.
I could have went one.
Oh my god. I know, when we started talking about it, she's like, I don't even think of any drama movies.
I had to go look up a list, but then actually now that I think about it, I'm like, some of the lists that I were looking at was some of them on there were like shouldn't be on there. I didn't think that they were dramas, but I mean, to each their own, I guess. To
Yeah.
each critic website their own. I don't know, but yeah. So that's gonna be fun to talk about.
Well, how was your week?
So my week was good. It was in and out actually because Emmett was sick, so we had to go to the clinic again.
Yeah.
He's been sick all the time, daycare stuff. And then I actually volunteered on Friday with the Butterfly House in town.
Oh,
I don't know if
really?
you know what that is.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
there. We've taken kids there from the club before.
yeah. I had never been there, but the bank that I work at does volunteer, so we get paid volunteer hours. So we just go out and volunteer whenever we want to.
Oh, I see.
And yeah, this time they needed volunteers to do some like landscaping outside of the butterfly house, kind of just like mulch and planting and digging up some planters or whatever.
Yeah.
So I went and did that on Friday, and now I'm really freaking sore today. That's
Doing
okay.
landscaping work.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I don't know how the little old ladies get out there and do it every day because I'm like, I was out there for 2 hours and I was like, okay, I'm done for
They
a
must
good
be in better
5 minutes
shape than
now.
you are.
They must be. Like I swear I have the knees of like an 80-year old. Just oh goodness, it was a day. But I did learn something interesting about butterflies. But if you've been there, you probably know what it is.
No, it's
Can you
been so
guess what
long.
it is?
It's probably been 10 years since I've been there, though, actually.
Oh my god. Yeah, I need to go there actually. I need to go actually inside. But one thing about the butterflies that are here at this place that they only live 1 to 2 weeks.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and so they said that they had to get like butterfly shipments in weekly.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
so
I
like,
never remember them telling us that.
hmm so they're just like, yeah, they just die, and then then we get a new shipment in, and then there they are.
They just die.
Yeah,
Natural
so
process.
exactly. So I was like, oh, really? I would have thought that they would have lasted a little bit longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I
I
thought that
would
was
think they'd
weird.
last at least a few months or something like that. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
two
Well,
weeks.
yeah, she did say that there were a couple that do last like maybe a month or a couple weeks longer than 2 weeks, but yeah, most of them are 2 weeks,
That's
and then
pretty
they're
crazy.
goners. I know. So I was like, oh. Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, when we took kids there, we just went inside and they got to, you know, go around and look at the butterflies, and they were flying all over, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The kids loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I do want to go on the inside ones, but like now with COVID stuff, on the weekends you have to have a reservation and they close at 4 o'clock. So
Oh,
like if you try to go at like 3 or 3:30, then it's not even worth it because you have to like rush through everything. So
yeah, I imagine.
yeah, so I don't know, but it was good. Volunteering is good. So next time I'll just have to not go there and do that if I want to volunteer again.
No more
Or ask
landscaping
if
work.
they, yeah, if they need help with I don't know, cleaning up butterflies after they die.
Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know.
Picking up dead butterfly corpse.
Like, seriously, I should have asked, like, what do they do with them? Just sweep them up and then that's it?
Yeah, yeah. Sweep them up and move on to new ones, living ones.
Something.
Yeah.
Jeez. These poor butterflies. I wonder if they have, like, a little grave,
Yeah, a
something
grave,
for
or
them.
put them up in a nice plaque or something like that, or frame them somehow, or
Something.
yeah,
But no, you just think about it, like thousands and thousands of butterflies. But
with a little
anyway.
obituary talking about their
Yeah.
week long life.
Yeah, this was Fred. He
Fred.
landed on a leaf and then he died.
Yeah, and then Martha landed on a nice leaf and flew around for a while and lived a nice life, and that was that.
And then 48 hours, she came to her demise.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
that was that.
Well, you learn something new all the time. I didn't know they only lived that long.
Yeah, I didn't either. So yeah, we had to plant some stuff to like attract more outside butterflies. So
Oh,
that was good.
yeah,
Yeah. So how did your week go?
it was good. I had football practice. We could call it off on Tuesday because it snowed here. It
Oh my
was like
God.
it was like well,
Hmm.
well, I woke up Tuesday morning and it was sunny out and everything, and so I figured, okay, it's gonna be a nice day for practice. And by noon, it started to cloud up a little bit, and I was texting our coaches, and we were like, "Oh, we'll keep with it. I think it might be all right."
Hmm.
But then, by about 1:30, the wind started blowing, and it like temperature had dropped by like 10 degrees. And I looked at
Oh
my
my
phone, and
God.
it kept saying chance of snow by like 3 o'clock, and we start practice at 3:45 right after school
Yeah.
starts. And so I texted the guys. I said, I think we're gonna have to call it off. I think it's gonna start snowing. And so we called it off. And but then it actually looked like it was gonna clear up some because I went to work and I was like, man, this is
Hmm.
gonna make a fool out of me. It looks like it's gonna be all right. But then by 4 o'clock, sure enough, it started snowing. Like it was
Oh
snowing and
my
stuff here. So
gosh.
it turned out to be the right
That
call.
is, it's
So
so annoying. And like, make
yeah,
up your mind.
this time of year you can't tell what the hell, or what the weather's gonna do from 1 hour to the
Yeah.
next. So ended up being the right call because it was cold and snowing, kind of windy. So,
Hmm.
um, but then we had practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We normally don't practice on Fridays, so
Yeah.
but we did it, and it turned out to be pretty good. My team uh, had a good practice on Friday, and then we played our games yesterday, and we won 26-6. So
Oh,
that was a good
nice.
game. And
That's good.
I had to coach the other game too. Our coach of the Bears wasn't there, so I coached the Bears too, and ended up winning that game 26-0. So I
Oh my God.
won both games yesterday.
Those
So
poor kids on the other teams, though. Like,
yeah,
you feel so bad for them.
it's just part of it. You win some, you lose some.
No, still.
My
Could just let
starting
them score once.
my starting quarterback couldn't play last week, and so this was his first game this week, and everything went good. I've had that guy on my team now for every year of his club career, and
Yeah.
he's smart and he's athletic and he's a good leader. So it changes the whole dynamic of the team when I got him out there. I can just I put it.
Yeah.
I bought a wristband, one of those coaches' wristbands off of Amazon, and I just number the plays off. And in practice too, then I have the sheet of the plays, and I call out a number. His name is Cruz, my quarterback, and I just say Cruz, number 1, number 2, and he'll just get on his wristband and call out the plays, kind of like
Oh
the
my
pros.
God.
And so
That's funny.
yeah, so they got the plays down pretty good. I got a pretty good team. I'm pretty excited to see what they can do. We got one more regular season game left, and then we start the playoffs the week after. If we win the playoff game, we go to the Super Bowl. So
Nice.
We have the Boys and Girls Club Super Bowl 20 is what it'll be.
Super Bowl. What? Why is it 20? Oh, because it's probably the 20th year.
Yeah, it's the
Yes?
20th
No?
year.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
20th year of club football.
Dang, that's
So,
crazy. Are you gonna
yeah.
pop bottles and champagne
Yeah,
afterward, or?
yeah. Last time I won the Super Bowl was the same year the Broncos won the real Super Bowl. Is in
I think I remember you saying
2016,
that.
and so
Yeah.
they had the Super Bowl champion hats, just kind of
Oh
lined up
my
right. So
gosh,
I
yeah.
bought those for all the kids, and just like the
Yeah.
pros, and they loved that. I brought them all through the field after we won, and they had them
Oh,
on.
that's cute.
But this year, real Broncos aren't even gonna sniff the Super Bowl, so I don't know what. Have to come up with something.
Something else,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Honorable winners.
yeah.
Something.
Some kind of deal to
Something.
commemorate it.
Yeah. Well, this week also was the Apple event, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, on
Too?
Tuesday they announced new iMacs, new iPads, AirTags, a purple iPhone. They didn't do new AirPods though. I thought that was going to be one of the things, but they never did announce new AirPods.
Yeah, I
But
thought that's what it was going to be too.
yeah, those new iMacs are cool though. You saw them, didn't you? Those color
Yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah, they do look really cool.
I need to
How
have
much
that
are they?
orange one. The base ones are 1,400,
Oh
or
my
no,
God.
the base ones are 1,300, and then the step up ones are 1,400. I think it is.
What's the base one? What does that mean?
It's just the amount of storage it has. The storage on the base is
Oh,
256 gigabytes, and then the step
okay.
up one is 512 gigabytes. So it just kind of
Okay.
depends on how much storage you need on them. But they did it where some of the colors aren't available to get to the step up one. Like the orange one is $1,400,
Oh my
and I
God.
want that orange one
Are you
because
gonna get it?
I don't know if I will because I actually just got a new iMac a couple weeks ago. So and I got the
You'll get
27
it.
inch. I don't know. I don't have room for it really though either. I'd have to start
You
building on
literally
or something.
cannot.
I
You
can't.
cannot resist getting something new
Yeah,
from
well,
Apple
yeah,
anytime.
but
Just
it,
like Luke will just sit there, just like that Dave Chappelle where he's doing crack, just
yeah,
like
yeah.
sitting there like this, like, "Hey, you got any more though?" That's
That's
you with Apple
yeah, that's
products.
relatable for me for Apple products, I admit. But I literally have no more room to put another iMac anywhere. But we'll see.
How many Apple products you owned?
Oh no, that would be impossible. If I tried
You're
to do
gonna have
that, it
to
would
figure
be
it out.
yeah, it would be it's so much like but and I have a Mac Mini too that I barely use. Like sometimes I even forget I
Oh
have
my
that. Like
God.
last night I was sitting here and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have that Mac Mini." So I turned that on and I basically use it for just Twitch too. Is all I do with it.
You are too much, I swear.
Yeah.
You are too much. You know what? I might just get that orange iMac just to rub it in your face.
Well, and then I'd see it and I'd probably think it's cool and want to get it then. Because I don't know, in real life, the colors are usually different than the pictures. So
Yeah.
that
And you don't
orange,
think it
that orange looks like
would
it's like a brighter color. So that's what I want too.
probably
But
be less vibrant, right?
it might be. It might be.
More muted.
Yeah. Like a
They did look like
pastel.
pastel colors.
Yeah.
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 Like I like that though. Like that
So,
new purple iPhone looks pretty cool.
hmm
But like if it came in the size of my current phone, then I would switch. But
that's why I sent you
no.
that link
And it
to it
only has
right
two
away because
cameras.
I know you like purple. So
Yeah. It just like if it was the same size, then I would go for it. But
yeah,
nah,
it's not the Pro either. It's just a regular iPhone
yeah,
12. So
nah, no. So
we don't want the peasant phone.
no, don't talk to me when it has three cameras
Yeah,
and
yeah. You got to have
has a
that three
wider
cameras on
screen.
it. Got to have that on there.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
I just got a new phone case today though, so because it makes I think it makes my phone look better,
Oh wow.
newer.
Yeah. About blinded me when you put it up there.
Oh my God, it's so
All kinds of
pretty.
sparkles.
Look. I think I'm gonna get my nails done the same kind of
Oh my
colors.
god. Just to match your phone case. And here I
Yes.
am. I just get the black leather Apple case.
You're boring.
See that? It's got
Okay, this iPhone case cost me $12 on Amazon. How much did that cost you?
$60.
That boring ass leather case cost him $60.
Well, actually, for my iPhone Mini though, I got this. So it's got the orange. But
Let's see. That one looks. I like that.
my coworkers like Lakin and Tara and Jolene argue with me and say this isn't orange. They say it's like a different color.
Like a coral.
Yeah, they say it's coral.
I
And they make fun of me
have
for
to
it.
see it in person.
Yeah, you'd probably agree with them. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
probably.
Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, someday you'll get an iMac. I just know it. I just know it.
I don't want to see it in person because that'll make me
Why?
want to buy it.
Oh yeah.
If I go to Best Buy in Sioux Falls or somewhere and I see it, I'll probably be like, "Oh my god, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta have that."
Yes.
They
Yes,
used
I
to
know.
have that Mac place in the mall in Sioux Falls, but I don't know if they still have that. I don't think I haven't. I don't
Mm,
know. I haven't been in there in a while though either. So
in the mall, you said?
yeah,
No, I don't think there's any. No.
because they used to have a place. I can't remember what it was called, Mac something, but
They have Mac Pros up here.
yeah,
It's on 41st Street though.
yep. This was actually in the mall before though too. I can't remember what the name of it
Oh,
was, but you could go in. It was almost like an Apple store. You'd go in and they had everything set up and you could see it all
yeah,
there.
that's how Mac Pros is.
Yeah, they probably don't have it in the
Hmm.
mall though anymore. So I
No,
gotta
it's on
avoid it.
41st Street.
I gotta avoid seeing it.
Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Although that blue one looks cool too. I think the blue one's the base one, so that'd be cheaper.
Yeah. Well, that'd be good. It'd still match your brand.
Yeah,
I mean, the Broncos brand, I should say.
blue and orange. Yep, blue and
Yeah,
orange everything.
be fine. Oh
Yeah,
my God. Yeah, he'd be okay there.
yeah,
He'd be okay there.
yeah.
So, hmm yeah, but I don't know. I just watched the Mortal Kombat movie last night, and I have some thoughts, but I can't share them with you because you haven't watched it yet.
Well, you can still do it. I haven't. I haven't had a chance. I wouldn't have had a chance to watch it anyway because I was busy with football and everything yesterday, and it just came out what day? Thursday
Friday.
or Friday? Yeah, I
Well,
wouldn't
yeah,
have had a chance to watch it
Thursday
either.
too, but it
Yeah,
came on HBO Max on Friday.
yeah. I have to get
So,
HBO Max. I don't even have it, so
yeah, because all the movies are coming out on there.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't have HBO
yeah,
Max, so
I watched it yesterday, and it was pretty good. But they did set it up. There's gonna be definitely a sequel.
you think so?
Yes, absolutely. Like they didn't even introduce all the characters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like not even half of them.
Oh, so yeah,
So
it's got to go
if this
on then.
if this ends up being like a more than one thing, like I want it to be as much as those damn Fast and Furious movies. I'd rather have 12 Mortal Kombat movies than 10 Fast and Furious movies.
Well, maybe they will. Maybe they're gonna really expand it from here and
I hope
go
so,
on.
because like there is room to expand everything because they barely even touched the surface with this first one.
Like story wise, like they didn't even.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've ever watched the original
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat
back
movies
in.
or not.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, there's the Mortal Kombat and then Mortal Kombat and Annihilation. The storylines are a little bit different, but yeah, this one like they didn't even get to the tournament.
Oh,
Like it was just like pre stuff. It's all just like here's this character, here's this
a lot of
character.
backstory.
Not even that. Like it was just like very introductory stuff. Like
Oh,
here's this person, and of course like there's Shang Tsung who's like, you know, being the baddie that he is.
mm-hmm.
And then there's like, there's Scorpion, and but you figure out like who Scorpion is and how he becomes Scorpion, which is cool.
Oh, yeah,
And
that'd be good.
then you figure out how Sub-Zero becomes Sub-Zero. And then there's just one character that's like, mm, I don't know about you, but all the other ones, I mean, you don't get to see like Katana wasn't in this one. Trying to think of who else. Sindel, Shao Kahn. Like there's just a lot of characters that were left out. So it's very just introductory.
So they got a lot of ground they can cover yet.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So,
Like a lot. Yes. And so I'm really, really excited to see if there's gonna be like a bunch of movies after this one. Like even a sequel, I don't think they could cover,
oh,
you
really?
know, all the ground. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if they do a trilogy, maybe, and then they do like a prequel,
Hmm.
then I think that would be good. But I think that they could really get a shit ton of movies out of this storyline.
That probably is
So
their goal. I bet they wanted to set it up and just keep it going like that.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that makes me excited because it actually they did a pretty good job, I think.
So you would say the
So
story overall though was pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was like I said, it's just very introductory. Like I just like wanted more. Like I sat there, I was like, okay, what's next? Like
Hmm.
when are we gonna go? Like let's start fighting. But it just
Start getting
it
gory and
wasn't.
kill each other and rip their heads
Yeah,
off.
yes, exactly. It didn't give me enough of that. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, okay, when's the second one coming out now? Like
Yeah.
so then I just like I after watching it, I was like, I didn't have enough. You know, I didn't have enough juice, so I had to go watch the old ones
Yeah.
and just like see how they compared to each other.
One of my
So
friends said that there was a lot of gore in it. Is that true?
yeah, yeah, there is. I mean, it's not as often as you would think that it was,
Yeah.
but they do some of the same like fatalities that you see on the games.
Oh, that's
So
awesome then.
yeah,
They stick with
yeah.
it.
So it's pretty good. So you just have to watch it and let me know
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah. I'll watch it.
So
I might have to take your HBO Max password or
hmm
something. Or I should
yeah,
just
no,
subscribe to it. How much is it a month? Like $15?
I don't know because we pay for it through the DirecTV, so we just get it for free through DirecTV.
Well, I have DirecTV, so I wonder how you.
So you probably get it. Yeah,
Maybe I have it and don't even know it.
yeah, you probably do. That's
Because I pay
when you subscribe to HBO.
$175 a month for DirecTV.
Do you get the HBO movies?
But no, I don't get HBO though, so probably not.
So yeah, so you don't have it then. You'd
Yeah.
have to like add that on because we can get HBO through DirecTV and then we get HBO Max.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that though. I didn't know you could go through DirecTV and get it. So
Yep,
yeah, I have to
yep.
look at that.
So talk to your provider.
Yeah, your local cable or satellite provider.
Yeah. I don't know. Tyler likes to haggle them, so who knows? He might have built in some deal. I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe.
Anything that we have, either it's SiriusXM, any subscription based thing that we have, Tyler has some freaking deal with them. Like for SiriusXM, I hope they're not listening, but SiriusXM, he'll literally call and be like, "I'm gonna cancel my thing because it's gonna be too expensive a month because whatever." And then they're like, "Oh no, we'll give you this like stay on with us package for like literally $10 for 6 months or something like that." And then when the 6 month is up, then it's like normal like $26 a month or whatever. And then
Yeah.
he calls again and is like, "I'm gonna cancel because you guys are too expensive." And you're like, no, wait.
I've
That's
read
that
about
every
people doing
time.
that though, and that's pretty smart though too. I've read where DirecTV will send you to like the retention department and give you some kind of deal for so many
Yeah,
year or I think it's like a year off of HBO or something like that, and
yeah,
like the movie packages. So that's a good idea. He haggles them
yeah.
down.
So yeah, you need to do that too because he did that with DirecTV, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why we have HBO still.
Maybe I'll get Tyler to be my agent when I do that.
Yeah,
Give
seriously.
him some money to get on there and get him to
He
add on
makes
things to my DirecTV.
he makes the deals. Like we bought a new car recently, and he was like, "What did he say?" He's like, he said something to the guy, and he was like, "Who does your tinting here, or who does whatever?" And they're like, "Yeah, we have a guy in house." It's like he, and then Tyler's like, okay, well, I mean, we'll sign this paperwork tonight if we can get the tint for free." And
Really?
yeah, sure.
And he
So
did it? That's
did
cool.
it
That's pretty cool.
just to sign the deal.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Other times he's like, "Yeah, we'll do it only if we can have like not 4 car washes, but 4 oil changes." And they're like, "Okay," just to get
And
the deal.
throw some donuts in from Flyboy over there.
Get us some gift certificates.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just keep adding on as you go.
Yeah.
And this
I'm
hat.
giving away Tyler's secrets, but
Yeah.
honestly, like you got to be able to like be confident and do it. So like, I couldn't do that because I'm too scared. So
They just give you the thing.
You could.
Okay, let me sign it.
yeah, I'd be like, "Okay, all right,
All nervous.
It's 15%. Okay, I don't care. Just let me. I gotta get out of here."
Yeah, sign it and get out of there.
Yeah. So no, he's nope.
He knows
He
how to
tries to get
work
the
them.
best deal.
Yeah.
He does. So.
Makes tremendous deals.
He does.
Yep.
He does. So yeah. Anyway, but yes, please watch the Mortal Kombat movie and let me know what you think because I thought it was pretty good. So.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that because I do like it. So the whole Mortal
Hmm.
Kombat universe.
Yes. Like I was nerding out yesterday. You have to ask Tyler.
Would you consider Mortal Kombat to be a drama?
No, I'd say it'd be like action or
Yeah,
sci-fi.
action drama maybe.
But it's not like a
Is
drama.
that a thing? Or
It
because I
is
know
a
like
thing though, like
there's like crime drama,
yeah.
you know. So
Yeah, but I don't think it would count. I mean it could fall into that category, but I think it's more action, sci-fi. There's
okay,
some humor in it, so maybe some, something something.
yeah,
But I don't know. I think humor I think drama would be a little bit lower on the list, but
yeah, I
I
can
don't know.
understand that.
I don't know. But speaking of dramas, you just want to talk about our movies now?
Yeah, I did. So you got three dramas.
Technically, I have five because I did do the what do you call it? Our honorable mentions.
Yeah, I have honorable
Do you
mention
want me?
too.
Do you want me to go first since
I went first
last
last week,
time
so
you
you
went
go
first?
first this time. Yeah.
Okay. So, in no particular order, I don't think I have a three, two, one. I'm just going to name my top three, if
Okay.
that makes sense. So, I'm going to start with Moonlight. Came out in 2016. Have you ever watched that?
No, I didn't watch that.
You know what it's about, though?
Not really.
It's about this guy who, it's an all black cast, and it's very good, actually. Got Best Picture in 2016 at the Oscars. Um, it shows his life in three stages: him as a youth, like child, and then teenage years, and then him growing up. But him just trying to figure out his sexuality, and he ends up being gay, and like he's like this really tough black guy, and just trying to navigate kind of both worlds.
Oh,
And I don't know, it's really good. Like it's you just have to watch it. You know Mahershala Ali? You know who that is?
yeah, yeah.
That actor. He's in
Mhm.
it.
Oh, okay.
He
Yep.
plays, yeah, he's really good. And there's just like, I don't know, it's just a really good movie. And it's just makes you relate to him in different ways, because he grows up, his mom is on drugs. And like, it's kind of sad, but
Mhm.
it's a really good ending and just him discovering like who he is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I can
I had
kind
to
of
throw
see
that
how.
one on the list.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was really good. So my second one is Parasite. You ever watch that one?
I haven't watched that one either.
Oh my gosh, Luke. So it's based in, I think it's in South Korea. It's based in there, and it's just about this family who they're kind of poor,
Mhm.
and their son ends up becoming a tutor for this rich family. And so slowly he starts getting his whole family involved with this rich family. Like then his dad becomes the driver for them. His mom becomes the new nanny. His sister becomes an art tutor for the other kid. And then all of a sudden, like things take a turn, and it's just like it's so crazy. Like there's this huge twist at the end that you don't see coming, and it's like, I mean, packed full of just suspenseful stuff. I mean, it could count as, I don't know if it'd be a thriller or not, but it's a really good drama. And it keeps you on your toes the entire time because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Those are good movies
So,
when they're like that. When there's like twists and turns and stuff like that. I
yes.
like that.
Yeah.
I like
And
movies like
so,
that.
yeah, yeah, it's really good. And I mean, you have to read English subtitles the entire time, but I, I didn't care because I just followed the storyline. It was really good. So
Yeah.
I had to put that one on my list because it was real good. And then my last top three is If I Stay. I don't know if you know what that one is.
I don't know if I know that one either. You're
Oh my
picking like these
God.
obscure like Academy Award winning movies or something like that. It's
Parasite and Moonlight were, but If I Stay it wasn't. I mean, it's just If I Stay is more of like high school romance.
oh
Like these two high schoolers, they're in love, and like I don't know, it's just them back and forth trying to figure out like they're two musicians, and then her parents end up getting, or no, her parents and her little brother end up getting in this car accident, And so
Oh.
she is like in the hospital in a coma, but then her like spirit or her, who she is outside so she can see everything going on. And so she's following him and like going through memories that they had. And then she like at the end, like is okay. But like it's so good. Like I cry every time I watch it.
So yeah, you picked three movies that I've never seen, and I hadn't even heard of two of them. I think I have heard of
I
that
know.
Moonlight one though, actually. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, Moonlight's
and
good.
mine are gonna be completely flipped compared to those because my mine are in order from three to one,
Yeah.
and my first one is American Gangster.
Yeah.
Did you see that one? It's a long movie. It came out in
No, I
2007.
didn't.
It's based on a true story of Frank Lucas. He was a big time gangster in New York in the
Hmm.
1970s, and he sold heroin, cocaine, and he was working with actually the United States. Well, not the government, but the troops that were in South Africa,
Oh,
and he well, no, actually, it was in Vietnam. Now I think of it, they brought
okay.
over the cocaine from there,
Oh
and
my God.
the cocaine was in the the dead soldiers' coffins, is where they
Oh
hid
my
it on
God.
the way over, and it was called Blue Magic, his cocaine, and
Yeah.
he became like the king of drugs in New York in the 70s,
Hmm.
and Denzel Washington plays him, and he does awesome. Denzel is one of
Hmm.
my favorite actors, and he pulls it
Yeah.
off perfectly. And Russell Crowe plays the cop that basically discovers he's doing it because his whole Frank Lucas's whole thing was trying to fly below the radar, and
Yeah.
he tried to act like a
Right.
normal citizen basically, but Russell Crowe, the cop, picks up on
Hmm.
it, and the reason he picks up on it is because Frank, he marries she's basically a model, and for Frank's birthday she gives him a like mink coat and hat, matching hat. And Frank at
Hmm.
first you could tell he doesn't want to wear it because it makes you stand out. Because they
Hmm.
go to this Muhammad Ali fight, and he wears it because she had just given it to him before the fight. And then he gets there, and Russell Crowe is there, and he takes pictures of him wearing that because he stands out and he's sitting close to the ring for this fight.
Hmm.
And it kind of goes on from there. Then he unravels his whole system because Frank Lucas has his family working for him, like his nephews and
Yeah.
everything, and
Has a whole
like a whole
web.
system. Yeah, yeah, and it goes into the whole story about that. It's awesome. It's a good movie,
Hmm.
and it's just true. That I like because it's a true story too.
Yeah.
And I've seen
Yeah.
like the real documentaries on Frank Lucas and his whole crime career basically.
Like
But
a true crime
yeah,
thing.
once he gets caught though, he helps to uncover the corrupt cops in New York. Like they
Oh my God.
arrested a whole lot of
Hmm.
corrupt cops that got took payments to keep quiet
Yeah.
from it, and that's a whole story in itself there too. How
Hmm.
there's a lot of cops that end up being corrupt from this deal.
Yeah.
So that movie is about 3.5 hours long.
Oh my
So there's
God.
there's a lot to it. So, but
See, that's
it's
my
an
thing. I
awesome
don't
movie.
like long movies. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't like long movies. Like, I'm just like, break it up, make it to two, like hour and a half. That's my limit. Like
You get into these gangster type
nine
movies that
minutes,
I like.
shut it down.
They're long, and there's a lot of story there with it.
Yeah,
And so
I know.
you go from that to my
Hmm.
second one to
Yeah,
Scarface.
same thing.
It's
Literally the same
yep,
thing.
it's a long movie, and Scarface has
Hmm.
always been one of my favorites, and that is
Hmm.
just it's loosely based on a true story, with the Cuban crime wave
Yeah.
and all that. And if you, a lot of people, have you seen Scarface?
No.
You haven't seen Scarface? That's
No.
that's like Al Pacino is Tony
Yeah.
Montana, and I love that movie, but it's not for the faint of heart, to say the least. It's
Yeah.
there's nonstop cussing and killing, and it's a gangster movie, And
I just have to be in a mood, I got to be in a mood to watch that kind of
I
stuff.
love
Like,
movies. I love Godfather, Scarface, all that stuff.
hmm
American Gangster, Public Enemy. I almost put that on my list. That's another true story movie. That's with Dillinger and
yeah, I like
you know,
Public Enemies.
yeah, that's a good
hmm
movie.
I
Johnny
like that
Depp
one.
plays in that.
hmm
But Scarface is the gangster movie. you know,
hmm
and
hmm
I think we talked in one of our first episodes about how they're talking about remaking it,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I think I
so
remember
I
you
just
saying
hope
that.
they don't ruin it. That's the main thing.
hmm They're
To me,
always ruining things with these remakes.
yeah, you can really take a story and twist it and kill it. Basically, kill the whole
hmm
brand if you have a bad movie
Right.
like that. And to me, Scarface is Miami. Scarface
Yeah.
is and there's rumors that the new one's in L.A. So we'll see how that goes.
hmm
But yeah, I had to put Scarface on there. I love that movie. I
Of
watch it
course.
anytime it's
Yeah.
on, and
Of
I've
course.
seen it so many times that I could recite the lines from it and
hmm
everything. So it's just one of those things. So Scarface is number 2, and you go on to my number 1 is another long movie, Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank. Yeah.
That is just an awesome movie. That the story in itself is just perfect, and the acting is
hmm
awesome of all those people in it, and it's just, I can't say enough about that movie, and all the awards it's won speaks for
hmm
itself. It's a great movie
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah. We just watched it a couple months ago, actually. Tyler had never seen it. So I was
Oh,
like, oh,
really?
well, let's watch it then. Yeah.
It's
So,
an awesome movie. I love
hmm
that movie. That's another long movie though too. All three of those are long
I know
movies.
they're so
If you
long.
watch those back to back, that would easily take the whole day, if into the night.
It'll easily take a 2 days,
Yeah, it
basically.
would. Yep. Because I think
Yeah,
Shawshank
no.
is that's about 3.5 hours there too,
hmm
and
That's a long one.
Scarface is right there, and that's about 9-10 hours straight right there if
hmm
you watched all
Yeah, no.
three. So
You'd have to take a bathroom break somewhere in
yeah,
between.
yeah, you'd have to have a couple meals in between there too.
Something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. No, after we watched the Shawshank, then we went and watched the Family Guy version of it.
that's pretty good. I've seen that. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. It's literally the same
I
thing.
know.
So no.
Yep. It's
So yeah, we had to.
but that's my number
Wait,
one favorite.
we skipped my honorable
Oh
mention.
yeah, we did. Yep.
I have two of them, which actually one of them I don't know if it counts. So, but my honorable mention is The Revenant.
Oh, okay.
You watched
Yep.
that one, right?
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yep.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
that one I just think I mean it's like holy crap, you see Leonardo DiCaprio just in this like complete 180 of what
Yeah.
he plays normally. And then the other cool thing is that they just like tell people like about native people and like what they experienced back then and just everything, the whole dynamic and how hard it was
Mhm.
for everybody. Like it's so crazy.
Yeah, that is a good one. I like that one.
So, and that was another long one too, I think.
Yeah, that's a
But
pretty long
we
movie.
watched that. We watched that in theaters when it came out, and literally packed full. We had to sit up and watch it on the movie theater screen. But yeah, that one was a good one. So I had to throw that one on my list.
Yeah.
And then my last one is Baby Driver.
Baby Driver. I've never heard of that one either.
Yeah, you never heard? Oh my
No.
gosh, it
No.
was goodness. It is okay. Kevin Spacey's in it. Jamie Foxx, Ansel. I can't remember his last name, but it's really good. It's about these like people who rob banks, and this kid, his name is Baby, and he's the driver for them, and he's just
Oh,
a really good
really?
driver. Has a really good soundtrack, and yeah, Kevin Spacey's in it, and he's like the boss guy, and it's really good. It's just about robbing banks and
I
stuff.
might have to watch that. I like bank robberies and stuff like that. So,
Uh-huh. You should watch the trailer for it. It's actually pretty
yeah, I'll have to check
good.
that
Like
out.
the soundtrack's really good. Tyler likes it a lot, so I think you would like it too. But yeah, so they're my top five.
So yeah, I've heard of two of your movies. No. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
So
and that one actually sounds like I'd want to see it. So
yeah, you would like that one, I think.
yeah, I have to check that
hmm
out.
hmm
My
Yeah.
honorable mention is a very mainstream one. It's the Dark Knight series, the Dark Knight
Yeah.
trilogy. Batman
hmm
Begins, The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises. Those are awesome. I love that. Those
hmm
movies. They Christian Bale to me is Batman. He's
Yeah,
I just think nobody can really touch him when it comes to acting
he's
for
good.
Batman. The thing with
hmm
him too is he makes a good Bruce Wayne too. When you play
Yeah.
when you play Batman, you can play basically two roles. You got to be a good
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Wayne. You got to be a good Batman. And
You gotta be a good Batman.
yeah, exactly. Over the years, like the old Batman, Michael Keaton was a good Batman, I thought, but he was kind of
Mm-hmm.
clumsy as Bruce Wayne, you know.
Yeah.
And some of those ones, had like George Clooney. He was,
Yeah.
okay
That
as
was cheesy. That was
yeah,
a
that was more
cheesy one,
cheesy. That
though.
was more like cartoony type,
Yeah.
campy,
Yeah, that was
like
like satire.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And then you
Something.
had Val Kilmer play for,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was one of them that he was in. But I think Michael Keaton was in actually two of them. He was the first Batman
Mm-hmm.
original movie, and then he was I think the second one too. They did, but
Mm-hmm.
they thought those were too dark, and then they went try to make them more cartoony, and that's what they did with George Clooney
Yeah.
and Val
And then they
Kilmer,
went too
and
far.
yeah, and then it wasn't. I never really cared for those ones, and so when this came along, back when the original Batman
Yeah.
Begins came out in 2005, when I first watched that, I was like, wow, this is actually more dark, and it was more because the
Mm-hmm.
Batman character to me is supposed to be kind of dark. He lost
Yeah.
his parents, so he saw his parents get murdered right in front of him, and so he's
Mm-hmm.
got that angst to live with, and that character is built around that basically, and the whole Batman character is that he fears bats, so he wants his enemies to feel his fear is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
and that's where I think he nails it, where Christian Bale nails it, is
Christian Bale.
he kind of feel that with him, and then
Mm-hmm.
I love how Batman Begins shows how he learns how to be a criminal first. He lives the criminal lifestyle. And so did you see Batman
Yeah.
Begins?
I don't
That's
think I did.
you would have been young. That was
Yeah, I
2005
don't
when that
think I
came out.
did watch that one.
That to
No.
me
The only
that's
Batman movies I've seen is the George Clooney one and then the Dark Knight Rises. Those
oh,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman Begins is just it's cool because you kind of see how Batman he evolves the Batman character,
Mm-hmm.
and then Batman or Dark Knight is after that, and then you can't touch Heath Ledger, of course, playing
Mm-hmm.
Joker. He
Yeah.
locked himself in an apartment in New York for a month to get that whole all down, and
Oh
he
my
just
God.
threw himself into that whole role, and it
Mm-hmm.
shows because I
Mm-hmm.
remember I've read all kinds of stories about that, how when he showed up on set the first time in his whole Joker makeup and his mannerisms, everything, they said they were like terrified almost because they thought,
I would have been scared of him
yeah,
too.
because they didn't even know it was him, that like he played it that
Mm-hmm.
well, even down
Yeah.
to like the ticks he did for like Joker and all
Mm-hmm.
that. It was just awesome, and he deserves every one of those awards he got, for
Mm-hmm.
that, because
Yeah.
no one can play that like he did. No, they have like
Not
Jared
even
Leto
Joaquin
and
Phoenix?
yeah, no, his
You don't think?
I don't think so. No, Heath Ledger was just he had it perfect. I mean, he did a good
Yeah.
job.
I
Phoenix did a
think you're
good
right.
job, but Heath Ledger just
No, I think
nailed
Heath
it.
Ledger is the
Yeah,
winner.
yeah,
Will always be the winner.
I think so too. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's why when they came out with Dark Knight Rises, I think they originally wanted some part of the Joker in it, but I think his performance was so good, and after him passing away, I think a lot
Mm-hmm.
of it was they just didn't want to touch it. They just didn't want to
Right.
ruin his
Right.
legacy
Good.
from
Yeah.
that movie. So Dark Knight Rises is good though too. It's just more. Bane is more of a so much of a different character than Joker. Joker's more of
Yeah.
a
Right.
psychological type, induce fear in people type character,
Mm-hmm.
where Bane is just beat the hell out of you, you know.
Yeah.
And he did.
Typical.
Yeah, in the comic
Typical
books,
villain.
they did follow that perfectly through the comics, because in the comics,
Mm-hmm.
Bane breaks back Batman's back, and that's what he does
Yeah.
in the movie,
Yep.
and they followed
Mm-hmm.
that perfectly. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they didn't venture off of much of the comics. They did follow the comics,
Yeah.
mostly with
That's
that.
good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why I had to
And
put
that,
that
as
in
they
there.
should, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They
because that's the
should be
base of
following
all of
the
it.
comics.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just a great movie in itself too. So
Mm-hmm.
and I love Anne
Yeah, no, I think
Hathaway
they did
as
a good job.
Catwoman in that. She's
Yeah.
hot as hell.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So
course.
yeah, she did a good job with that. So
Mm-hmm. Now I think Uma Thurman was a better Ivy.
oh
think.
yeah, for that was, I don't know.
Um,
There's a lot of people
I
that
love
rank
that.
that George Clooney one. I can't remember which one it is. Batman Returns or something like that. That's one of the
Yes,
worst
I don't
movies
know.
of all time.
And probably, yeah. I mean, it's so cheesy. I just
Yeah.
watched it, I swear I just watched it last year because it was on TV. I was like, oh, I haven't watched this since I was a kid. And I watched it and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Like,
It's
ugh.
cheesy,
It
like big
is,
time.
but yeah. So
It's
anyway,
yeah,
yeah. Is that all you had on there? Did you
yeah.
have
That's
another
my
one?
only. I could have went on, but we could have been
Oh
sitting here
yeah,
talking for 2 more hours because
yeah, that's
dramas
true.
are more my type. I like drama movies,
Hmm.
so I could have had a lot more on there.
Yeah, I don't know about them, man. I just like sometimes I leave feeling like drained, so that's why I just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna stay away from these, you know. Like,
Yeah.
have you ever watched Uncut Gems?
Why does that sound familiar?
Oh, it's the Adam Sandler. It's a new movie with him in 2019, and he is a jeweler, and he is crazy.
Oh no, I've heard about it and I wanted to watch it, but yeah, I haven't watched it. That
Watch it only if you're ready to have a heart attack. Like it is ridiculous on the amount of screaming, cussing. Like it's just
oh
constant. It's like,
really?
yeah, it's very stressful. Like you leave like with your heart pounding and just like wanting like it's just crazy. Like crazy,
Is
crazy,
that on
crazy.
Netflix?
I think so.
I'll have to watch that. Is that
Yeah.
the one where
It,
I've seen pictures of him like wearing like shades and then
hmm.
like a
A
short
leather
haircut or
jacket.
yeah, yep. He looks
Yeah.
completely
Yep.
different than he normally
Yeah.
does.
He's crazy in that movie. Like it's just completely like, oh my God, like very different than the comedies he usually does. Like very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. And I
Sometimes
only
it,
really wanted to watch it because the weekend was in it.
oh, of course. Yep.
So yeah, I just but
Yeah,
don't watch
sometimes
it if you're
it's
like
cool to see characters or not characters, actors who are normally like comedy actors and then they do dramas and stuff like that. It's kind of cool
right.
sometimes to see them cross over and do things like that, see how they handle
Hmm.
it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just yeah, it's different. So
Yeah, I
I
have
like
to
to stick
watch
to
that.
comedies. I like to stick to thriller and sci-fis and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I'd say
So
dramas are my favorite. Dramas, those
yeah.
crime dramas, stuff like that. So yeah, I know
Yeah,
we
I
were talking
mean,
about if we came up with a thriller list, I don't even know what I'd put on it actually.
yeah, but there's like things that like you could like. I mean, even those Batman movies would be considered
Yeah, I
thrillers,
guess you would
you
kind
know?
of cross over into that genre too, but
Yeah. So I don't know. Next week might have to do thrillers because I do have like a couple of those
yeah, you
ones
would
that
have a lot for that. Does Gone in 60
cross
Seconds count
over.
for that?
I don't know. I don't even remember that movie.
That's an old one. That's from the 90s.
Yeah. Tyler loves
Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage though, so
Yeah.
he like will watch anything with Nicolas Cage in it.
Yeah, that's I like
So
that movie. I don't know if that
yeah.
considered a thriller, but
I don't think so. I think that's more like action.
yeah, most
I
likely.
don't know. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah. So next week we're definitely talking about thrillers. I'm already saying it right now. So you have a week
I
to
got to
figure
think about
out
that. Yeah.
what movies you're gonna throw on that list.
Yeah, I got to think about that
So
for some time here.
so yeah. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, so thanks for sticking with us throughout this episode, and we hope that you have some fun new movies to go watch now after all of our, well, they're not fun. I mean, I guess they're dramas,
Yeah,
but
dramas are fun. Dramas are fun to watch.
if you
And
want to watch all of Luke's movies in a day, just make sure you have enough popcorn and food to
make sure
get
you're
you.
hydrated, ready to go.
Yeah,
And Erica's, I
exactly.
don't know, I haven't heard of some of them, so you might have to do some research on them.
Mine, you might cry. So, yeah, just throwing that out there. Just be prepared. If you cry in movies, you will definitely cry at two of them.
If you want your heartstrings tugged, watch Erica's.
Yes,
If you want to be a gangster, shoot 'em up
exactly.
person, watch mine. You
Yes,
want to,
and yeah, yeah. It's a complete 180 for both of ours.
yeah,
But
yeah, it
I don't
is
know.
big
I think
time.
you'll. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, we got it all
okay.
covered. Yep.
Exactly. And so last week we made a new Twitter account. So actually we'll go out there and list our movies
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
list them
from
on there.
there. So then you can figure out which movies if you haven't seen them, go watch them. So yeah, so follow us on Twitter at said that pod and then that's the same handle for Instagram too.
Instagram and yeah, I think that's our handle on everything basically.
Yeah.
So
Yep. 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 So give us a follow and stay tuned with us for more updates throughout the week. And we will chat with you guys next week.
Have a,
This was Said That. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, we hope you have a good week. Follow us, and we'll have. I know we did a poll a couple weeks ago, and I think that was kind of fun. So maybe we'll do that again about something
Yeah,
here. So
something. Yeah, I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out.
yeah, yeah,
It's always fun things to do polls on.
yeah. We can always come up with something.
We'll see. So, yeah, so this was another episode of Said That. I'm Erica,
And I'm Luke.
and we
Said
said
that.
that.